Barkley. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again to Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And now out come the Giants. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up the first down.
And he'll lose yardage, brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that well, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 26.
2nd down, Prescott. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
46.
They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. The give is to Elliott. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go, 46. Here we go.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here we go. Fire, Here we go. Get that. Let's go. Get out. Get out. 26.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
We're going to 54. Line in. Gun.
To throw is Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
47, 47.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Steps away to his left, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough third and long coming up. Here's Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And New York set to take the field. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
He's going to air one out. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
47. Let's go, get out. 26.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On 2nd down, Elliott. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott now. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Prescott now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here. They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
46.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Prescott now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Carry now for Elliott. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Prescott now from the 50. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. Finding room to the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing. Prescott. Buying time to his touchdown. Dallas Cowboys.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot down.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back. So
that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll set up to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. That one goes for 36 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham as the 1st half is winding down. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And that makes it 23-7. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Prescott now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10. Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Hey,
They go to Elliott again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Taken in at the 11. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. How fun will it be to watch Barkley and Elliott go at it twice a year? Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking downfield for Joe. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Prescott from the gun. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They go play action here on first down. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here you go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Completion left side to Miller. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
I'll bet you as they ran out there for that play, the head coach either on his headset or he pulled him aside and told the special teams coordinator, whatever block you've got, pull it out of the bag right now. We need a spark.
When you could just feel it on their sideline, the air just kind of out of the balloon. Now maybe you're right, a spark, a little bit of hope.
That's when the special teams coordinator who works on this ad nauseum, I'm talking about morning, noon, and night, he tried to figure out, okay, where's my best opportunity? Which one do I have? And he pulled the right one and got his team going and hopefully back into the game.
Come on, let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Ohio. Ohio.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flush to his right. Looking for Shepard deep. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. I think it's intercepted.
So So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott sliding out of the pocket. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as